what's up? We're back, and there's fucking bugs up here. They're not even mosquitoes. They're fucking something else. They're not even sucking on me, man. They don't even have the balls to suck my blood. Um, we're back on the roof. It's fucking beautiful up here. I love sunsets. I'm gay for the roof. I've always wanted to hang out on the roof since I was a kid. That's all you want to do, and get on the roof. That's why I started doing pull-ups, dude, just so I could get up on the roof. I wanted to talk to you guys today about Rapid Fire Comedy Tour, the shows that I do for the military. It's a really big deal for me. It's everything, man. I mean, it's not everything. There's other stuff going on. It's become like this thing that I really want to make greater, and I want to make not legacy. Let's not be gay about it, but like it's something that I want to do forever. And I want it to be bigger than it is now. I want it to keep growing. I want it to be able to help me. I would like to not be able to do anything else. It'd be cool to just do shows for the military and first responders and shit. I mean, 7 days a week. God, oh man, God, that would be so sick. But like every weekend, man, one weekend a month or every weekend, fucking one show a weekend, even if it's just one show a weekend. And then just be able to, I'm not trying to get rich, okay? I will die in a studio apartment, okay? I don't care. But I would just like to not have to fucking be a food runner anymore. You know what I'm saying? It would be nice not to have to work in food and beverage. So anyways, Rapid Fire. How did it start? I've been doing this podcast run, and I tell the story on a lot of podcasts, like my life story, blah, 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 But Rapid Fire is going to get its own episode here. And I'm sure it'll come up more and more. But, sorry, I ate a steak in the car earlier. I'm fucking gluttonous, bro. I got a ribeye from, goddamn fucking bugs. I got a ribeye from Sizzler to go. $30 ribeye to go. And I never even made it home with it. I ate it like a slice of fucking pizza. It's delicious. So I got some in my throat. I love a fucking fatty piece of meat. Hang in there with me on the bugs. It's irritating me, and I hope you guys can push through with me. Rapid Fire. So, right, I was in the Marine Corps. I get out of the Marine Corps. See, that's even pushing too far back. Fuck, that's too far. When I moved to LA, I moved out here to like get better at stand-up. I didn't come out here to like make it or be a fucking actor. I just knew that the clubs were out here and a lot of really good comics were out here, and I needed to surround myself with those people, and I needed to go and try and get up in these rooms and work in these spaces where the stakes were higher, and you just had to be better, jump in the bigger ocean. But when I fucking moved out here, I quickly realized that nobody wanted to help me. And I'm not special. It wasn't like, I don't take it personally. Maybe a little bit. But like, you just fucking, I'm a nobody. I got nothing going on out here. I was helping Stephen Holloman run a show above Hooters on Hollywood Boulevard. That's going to get its whole own episode. We're going to talk about Holloman and Hooters and all that shit and that fucking show, man. But that was the only place I was getting up in LA. Ooh, the sirens. We didn't have sirens last episode. We got some tonight. They're going to swing right by my building. I wasn't getting developed, man. I moved out here to get developed. I was trying to grow. And because I was having like this crisis, I came out here and I'm only doing open mics. I'm not getting shows. It's hard to like work your shit just at mics, and I'm not getting stage time in front of real crowds. Oh, God, how's this ambulance going to sound? We're going to push through, bud. We're going to push through. And I started thinking, I was like, all right, fucking LA's not really fucking with me. These crowds out here, like, it's not, I'm a little too wild. I'm kind of getting shunned. I wasn't very good, but I was like hungry, and I wanted to get better. And I did have a style, I wasn't very good at all, but I was good. I knew what I was doing, kind of. I was like 4 years into comedy, but I wasn't getting this time I wanted out here. And I was like, fuck, man, who am I supposed to be performing for? Like, who should I be trying to connect with? Who's my crowd? If these audiences out here, if like the bookers out here don't fuck with me, what do I do? And I remembered all my buddies in the Marine Corps that were like, yo, if you don't become a comic or you don't get into comedy or you don't try stand-up, you are wasting your talent, bro. You need to, like, try that. You should get into it or you're kind of wasting your life. And I was like, all right, my Marine buddies fuck with me. So I sent 400 letters out to Marine Corps units all over the fucking country. I mean, everywhere. All kinds of units, admin units, fucking air wings, grunt units, reserve units, everybody. And I was basically like, yo, I'm a Marine. I'm a comic. I'll come perform for you guys anytime, any place for free. I was like, I just want to fucking come perform for you guys. And I know better than to ask the United States Marine Corps for money. So I was like, fucking let me know when and where. And I already had some gear so when I moved out here, I wasn't getting stage time. So one of the first things I decided to do, ooh, the wind's blowing. We're going to see how this sounds. Outside elements. I started busking in Venice and Santa Monica. And I already had like a little speaker that was like rechargeable, mic stand mic, XLR. I think this is still my microphone from when I first moved out here. That's how good the Shure SM58s are, bro. You could fucking give it to a room full of black comics and let them beat the fuck out of it, and it's still good to go. I moved out, started busking to get stage time, and I had to buy all the gear. So when I got hit up for the first show, I had everything. It was Cinco de Mayo, 2018. Some unit was doing some training in Pendleton, and they were like, yeah, we're having a Warriors night. You want to come out? And now the tour has grown to so much more. You know, I load a van with guys, but it was the first one, and I was going to bring Stephen Holloman, but I think he was busy that night. He had something going on. He couldn't go. And I was kind of like, I didn't know how it was going to go. I was like, this could be weird. This could suck. This could get canceled. I got to drive 2 hours down to San Diego. Like, let me just go alone, figure it out. Check the vibe. And so I did, and I go down there, and I end up doing 45 minutes for 250 Marines. And they treated me like I was fucking Dave Chappelle, man. It was like one of those moments where you're like, oh, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is who I'm supposed to be performing for. And, yeah, that was the first show. It was incredible. It was like I remember driving back from that show. I brought a buddy. I did bring a guy with me. I brought a photographer that was taking photos for us at Hooters. I was like, bro, this might not ever happen again, so let me fucking have you take some cool pictures. And yeah, I remember driving back talking to him and just like being all jazzed and shit, and him being like, bro, that was incredible. Like, you're on to something. And I was like, dude, this could be something great. This could be something big. You know, this could be a lot of fun. We could get more shows. How great are these shows? How great was that? And then, you know, got another one. And I started bringing out, I would just like load my car up with a handful of guys. And that fucking little speaker I had, I think the next one we did was in 29 Palms in like a little classroom. And it was fucking awesome. These crowds were like the greatest crowds in the world. Like, they're, you know, military-age males, fucking short attention span, fucking hyped up. Every time we would go do a show, and this was like a constant theme, at the end of the show, guys would come up and be like, yo, we thought this was going to be fucking whack. We thought this was going to be stupid. We really didn't think this was going to be fun at all. A lot of this shit is like mandatory fun. Somebody's like, hey, we're having entertainment come out, you know. People are like, what is it, a fucking comedy troupe, you know? And guys come up after the show, and they're like, dude, this was fucking awesome. We thought this was going to suck. We needed this. This was cool as shit. And I just kept doing them for free for a while. I mean, I'm still doing them for fucking free. But it was for like the first couple years, it was just about like, man, I just want to get up in front of these crowds. They're so fucking good. It's so exciting. It's so fulfilling. It's so rewarding. It's so much fun, especially like loading a group of your buddies up. That I never even like, to me, it was never about getting paid. It was never about money. It was about stage time in front of good fucking crowds and performing for the Marines. Like, and just like being able to tap comics on the shoulder and be like, yo, you want to fucking get in a van or, you know, you want to load up and go drive down to Pendleton on Friday, there's a bug on my fucking lens. Get the fuck out of here. You want to fucking get in a van and go down to Pendleton and do 10 minutes for 100 Marines or 200 Marines on Friday? And, like, being able to, like, do that is just cool as fuck, man. It's one of the coolest things I've ever done. And, fast forward, probably the coolest thing I ever did was I went to Fringe Festival in 2019 in Scotland, in Edinburgh, and it was awesome. That's a whole nother episode. We'll talk about that. I opened 25 shows a night. 25 shows a night. I opened 3 shows a night for 25 days straight, and it fucking rocked my world, man. It was the coolest, to this day, the coolest thing I've ever done. It's my first time in Europe. It's a beautiful old city. I'm at a fucking comedy festival that's 25 days long. I'm getting on stage 3 times a night, and I'm the first guy on stage. And I'm, like, barking. I'm hustling. I'd already been barking in Hollywood and Vegas for shows, so, like, by the time I got to Edinburgh, it was like my fucking Super Bowl. So I say that to say, when I left Edinburgh, I was supposed to go to New York. I was going to go to New York for, like, 2 weeks, and I had an Airbnb, and it canceled on me. So I refunded the money, and I had some, like, money left over because that's where I was going to go. I was going to spend some money in New York and live out there for a little bit. I was going to go visit. But I came home from Edinburgh, and I was like, all right, I got a little bit extra money. I should turn Rapid Fire into a 501c3 nonprofit. Because that way, the conversation is less about, like, making money and more about finding people who see what we're doing and they're like, this is fucking sick. I want to help. I want to sponsor a show. I want to donate or, things like that. I want people that want to be a part of it and help out without us being like, yeah, this is like a company and we have to charge for these shows and somebody needs to pay us, because trying to get money from the fucking military is ridiculous. I mean, I don't know how many of these shows I've done. We've been doing them. I don't know how many I've done. But I could tell you I've only been paid 3 times. And one time it took them a year to pay me. So the money thing is ridiculous. And everybody's like, oh, why don't you work with MCCS? Bro, let me tell you about MCCS, okay? And I'm sure there's a lot of great people there that are, like, really hardworking and former military and really want the best. But that system is not set up for the little guy. It's not set up for me. It's not set up for Rapid Fire. It's not set up for independent artists and shit like that. I've walked into MCCS offices on base to talk to people about doing shows and literally had employees there be like, yo, you should get the fuck out of here. I'm like, what? And they're like, yeah, they will choke you with paperwork, deny you, and if they find out what you're doing, they will send you a fucking cease and desist. They do not want you here. They will do everything they can to choke you with fucking paperwork and then deny you. And that's the experience I've had too. I've filled out paperwork for them. I've applied for shit, called number. Nobody gets back to you. It's all fucking bullshit. They're their own little fucking union mafia, and they work with who they want to work with. I don't know. I'm making a lot of, like, generalized assumptions. The sun's going down. I think I need to turn up my ISO. We're gonna pause just so I can check the camera. I don't have a producer. I'm up here by myself. I just want to make sure it still looks good. Okay, I just turned the ISO up a little bit. Where was I? Getting paid? Not getting paid. Doing shows. MCCS. All right, so there's no money in it, so I turned it into a nonprofit. So where's the money come from now? People go to the website, rapidfirecomedytour.org, and you donate. It took me, like, fucking a couple years. I hate building websites and shit. It took me a couple years to finally get, like, the website looking good and functioning the way I need it to. But you can go on there and learn about everything we've been doing. You can watch post-show interviews and just all the crazy cool shit that happens at the shows. And there's even a tab on there, letters of recommendation, blah, blah, blah. You can see, like, previous units talk great and how it was awesome, and they're happy to have us. But you would think, like, I was hoping that more people would go donate. There's not a lot of donations. Like, we got, like, maybe legit, like, maybe half a dozen people on, like, auto monthly for, like, $5 or $10 a month. So we're making, like, $50 a month on, like, donations automatically every month. Every once in a while, someone will find us and they'll go make, like, $1,000 donation. That's fucking awesome. It's pretty fucking rare. I think it's happened, like, once. But But sometimes people donate like $100, $200 here and there. It's pretty rare. Most of the money that Rapid Fire has made now was, and I gotta shout these fucking guys out because they've helped me so much. I did a show for Irreverent Warriors. First of all, a guy named Daniel Perez brought me out to do an Irreverent Warrior show in San Diego one year for like their pre-day before their Silkies hike. And we did a show, and the fucking CEO and the owners of Vet TV were there. And Danny or Donnie, I don't know what he goes by now, the star and one of the fucking founders comes up to me. He's like, dude, I love what you're doing. I want to help you. Like, I want to, let's do something together. I want to bring you on to film. Let's do like a comedy special or something. And they donated to Rapid Fire. It wasn't a lot. It was a few $1,000s, small production. I produced a special for them. I put like 7 comics up. We shot it over at Mic Drop in San Diego, and they loved it. And then we did a fucking second one, and we shot it at the downtown San Diego. I forget what the name of the little venue was, but they donated twice to do that. So that like gave us a fucking real foothold where I was like, okay, fuck, like I don't have to pay for the website every year anymore. You know, I don't have to. Luckily and unluckily, we're not getting that many shows. You know, people see a lot of this shit online. They're like, "Oh man, I'd love to do a show. That looks so killer. Oh man, you're killing it." It's like, if I'm lucky, when we were peaking, like we were getting like 12 shows a year, which is great. I love this show a month, but it's not. They're far and few between right now. I'm still dropping letters in the mail every month. You know, that's why I'm doing this podcast running and shit. I'm trying to stir up some action. I'm trying to get more shows. Hopefully some barracks shows soon. I just followed up with some guys that I met at San Mateo. I went down there and like pounded pavement a few weeks ago, like a month ago now, just to be like, yo, fucking, can we use this space for a show? Can we do a show? Who do we got to talk to? Fuck, I don't know why I brought that up. Anyways, the shows are far and few between. So luckily, I haven't had to use any of my own money since like 2000. I think we shot those specials in 2021. I haven't had to use my own money to rent a van and fill it with gas to do these shows since we shot those fucking specials. So without Vet TV, I could not have we would not be, I mean, we'd still be doing it, but I'd be fucking using my own money, which is fine, but it's also not fucking fine, okay? I want to make some fucking, I want to be able, you know what I'd like to do? All right, this is what I'd like to do with Rapid Fire. Obviously, I'd love to be doing a show a weekend somewhere. Doesn't matter fucking where, just for the military or first responder groups. A show a weekend. I would like to be able to make a fucking living wage for producing, booking, organizing logistics, managing the whole fucking show and tour, and then hosting the show and going up and performing as a fucking artist as well. But I would like to be able to pay the fucking comics and take everybody out to dinner and celebrate once a year. You know, we try to do that in Vegas with a big fundraiser show. We'll actually be motherfucking cunt. We'll be doing a fundraiser show in Vegas. I feel like I gotta lean in because it's dark, but you can see me. I turned the ISO up. We're doing a fundraiser show in Vegas August 1st, and that'll be like a real time where the comics that I bring will kind of get together, do a team builder, and really recap the year and kind of do like an indexing where we talk about everything we've done. Who's fucking calling me? Oh, fuck. That's crazy. That's wild. Didn't expect that. Wow. Okay, stay focused. Woo! I'm waiting on that call. Can't answer it right now, though. The fundraiser show in Vegas, August 1st. I'd like to be able to do a show once a year where all the comics that I've been bringing on, and a lot of them have been volunteering their time and coming on for free. I would love to be able to bring these guys together and you know, celebrate and say thank you and talk to them about everything and really just like an indexing, like go over the year and like shows we've done and like get feedback from these guys and what did they like and you know, what do they see? Because I'm like, you know, I'm in my own head about it. I'm fucking setting shit up. I'm jazzed. It's all this like very exciting thing that's happening, and it's so hard to like step back and maybe see like things that I just don't see, whether it's good things or bad things, acknowledgments, and you need to like pull the team together to do that. So I'd love to be able to do that once a year at an event like in Vegas. I'm from Vegas, so it's easier for me to like pull crowds there and stuff, but that's what I want to do, man. I would like to be able to do this full time and make money to pay my fucking bills and be able to put money in comics' hands, man. I always say this. I say this over and over, and it fucking really rings true. There are like for me, there are 4 incredible experiences in comedy, like the best feelings. One is, coming off stage, crushing, and not in any particular order. Well, coming off stage after crushing, just ripping a fucking room open like a killer crowd and just taking them to the fucking, taking them fucking up. Coming off stage after that, when people are fucking your boys or whatever, you know what you did, but when your buddies look at you and they're like, dude, that was fucking nuts. There's that feeling. Oh, dude, I'm telling you, East Hollywood. I'm surprised we didn't have any of these during the first episode that I did. It was crazy. It's fucking miserable over here. I gotta move. Maybe find some paying shows and I can get out of East Hollywood, baby. They're almost past. I hope everybody's okay. Good moment to be grateful that I'm not in the back of an ambulance right now. There's not a fire truck on the way to save my ass. What was I talking about, though? A lot of distractions up here. Going forward, I have to put my phone on silent, for sure. That was not good. That I don't even know how we kept going. We're going, though. What was I talking about? The show's once a year. Fuck! What were we talking about? I'm going to get it. I'm going to come back to it. The 4 things in comedy. Coming off stage after a fucking murder, just destroying a room. When you're about to go on stage to a fucking, it doesn't even have to be a killer crowd, but when you're about to, I guess a killer crowd helps, but when you're about to go on stage with new shit that is like, you've kind of done it, and you're still working it out, but it's like hot. It's like good shit, but you're unsure of it. You're like, I think it's good. I don't know. Like, it is good, but I like that fucking, that like the work of it, the fucking, I'm getting ready to go up here and fucking swing this sword I've been working on, That's an incredible feeling. Right before you go up and feeling excited about new material. And then there is getting fucking paid to do stand-up, which you would think like, yeah, of course, everybody likes to get paid. Yeah, but it's so rare to get paid in stand-up. Of course, there's people that are getting paid to do it, but it's just the money is far and few between, especially in LA. But anyways, and the 4th is, I gotta put this on fucking silent. And the 4th is putting money in comics' hands, man, because there is no fucking money in this game. And being able to look your buddies in the face and put cash in their fucking hand or send them a Venmo or whatever, but be able to pay comics, put money in their fucking gas tanks, get them fucking drug money, feed them. God forbid you give them a fucking big enough check to help them pay their rent that month. And I want to be able to do that. And I have been doing that. It's incredible to be able to feed people in that way, to break bread and shit. And that's what I'm working towards out here with Rapid Fire, man. And it's gotten so, it's really turned, like, we're not doing a whole lot of shows, man, but it's really turned into something way bigger than I thought it was going to. Well, I mean, I always hoped it was going to be big, But it's so much more than I thought it was going to be on a different level. Like, it was just about stage time, I'm fucking, the sun's going down. I'm worried that it looks bad out here. I got to check my ISO again. Hold on. All right, ISO's up. I'm always so worried that... I'm always so worried. God, that's my subconscious thing. I don't know. I didn't remember where I was at in my subconscious. Like, I'm worried. What are we worried about, bud? Shut the fuck up. It was just about getting stage time. It was about stage time, and then it was about, like, doing these awesome shows. Then it was about, like, loading your boys up and the excitement of getting in a van and going down and doing these fucking shows. It was thrilling. And it became about, like, all right, trying to make it self-sustainable so I don't have to pay for it. And it took me a few years before I really like got to look at it like to sit back and be like, and not even sit back, but to see what else was going on. I mean, for starters, from the comic standpoint, like when we load this fucking van up with 9 comics and we take a 2-hour drive or a 4-hour drive or a fucking 10-hour drive to the Mountain Warfare Training Center in Bridgeport, I'm bringing comics together that don't know each other. And I'm bringing like killers, like guys that are fucking retarded good, like so fucking funny, off the cuff, shit talkers, just master fuck around guys. And I put them in a van with a handful of other comics. Some of them are new, some of them are nervous. You know, a lot of these guys I always bring new guys who haven't performed before. So I'm like, we're in this fucking environment, man, where like we're bonding and we're talking shit and it's just fun. It's like a podcast you could never record. We're always like, oh, we should do like a podcast on the way up or record. You just couldn't. If it was being recorded, you just fucking couldn't. So it was like, I'm bringing like these comics together, and it sounds like I'm not trying to make it like this. Oh, we're like coming together, and like I'm responsible for. It's not. It just. I didn't see that coming. I didn't realize that I was affecting. I was like, you know, there's like old comics and new comics, and you know, just people from different walks of life. I try to like bring different styles of comedy, you know. And these guys all get to kick it in the van and like talk shit, and it's a blast, and helping like comics connect. That's another thing. The game is very isolating. It's a very independent independent sport, you know, and we isolate ourselves. It's hard to connect. A lot of them, you know, whether it's fucking autism or just, you know, weird socially awkward people already. A lot of comics are just fucking weird. But when you put them all in a van together, you got to come together and you fucking and you make new friends and shit. And that I didn't foresee that. That was never in something that I was expecting or looking at. And then the shows, the Marines, the military, the servicemen and women that are at these fucking shows. I kind of didn't think about it. It just didn't. I was just so close to it, and it was so fucking exciting that I never processed that these guys were coming up to us after shows. You know, leadership would come up to after shows and be like, "Yo, we needed this." Like, guys would be like, "Yo, our first sergeant fucked us this. Like, we got fucked hard, and they brought you guys to make up for it. We needed this shit, man. This was awesome." Like, having even like COs come up to me and be like, "You see those fucking Marines over there? They've been at each other this whole training exercise. We've had fucking problems, and look at them now. These fucking guys are smoking and joking, having a good time. You did that." And that's why it became like, that's our motto, man. That's our mission statement. Boost morale, build camaraderie, promote troop welfare. Bam, that's it. But then it became something even more than that I wasn't expecting, and I started to notice it. A lot of these guys, when I do these shows, I'm always like, yo, clap your hands if you've ever been to a comedy show. Fucking maybe 10% of the crowd maybe have been to a comedy show. Most of these guys have never gone to a live show. I'm so caught in the bubble. I think everybody watches stand-up, but most people ain't fucking watching stand-up. Nobody gives a fuck. Now it's bigger than it's ever been before, for sure. It's a huge art form now. Everybody, oh, Rogan really turned it into something. Thanks, Jesus Christ, Rogan. All respect to Daddy Rogan. But I realize I'm exposing a lot of these guys to their first experience in stand-up. Like, this is the first show they go to. And not only that, but a lot of these guys are so young and they come from different parts of the country, sometimes different parts of the world. These guys are fucking people enlisting that are trying to get their citizenship. And they're experiencing this art form from people that they would have maybe never met or just never experienced a point of view and laughed about things that they would have expected you could laugh about with people from this walk of life. And I realize that I'm exposing young men and servicewomen to different culture and art and points of view that they may have never gotten, let alone able to receive in the fucking military, where you are so locked into a way of like thinking and how to be and like, you know, just a different type of brainwashing. I'm coming in and I'm dumping in art to these kids, and it's fucking awesome. Because they'll remember that shit forever, and they'll think differently about different people that they may never have thought about. They never would have gotten there. I'm like obsessing over the darkness. I feel like you can't see me anymore. Let me check my ISO. My ISO is pretty fucking high, so it's probably really grainy. It's fucking beautiful out here, though. And that was it, man. We'll cut it. But that's rapid fire, man. Go visit the website. Go donate. If you donate a chunk of money, I'll send you a fucking sick-ass hoodie or something. Send you some pins. We got shows coming up. I'm going to be in Gundry, Maryland for a training group out there on November 13th, like Veterans Day time this year. We're going to be at Point Magoo Naval Air Base on August 7th or 6th. It'll be up online. What else? The fundraiser show in Vegas, August 1st. That's really it. It's getting dark up here. That's rapid fire, though, man. It's my baby. And it's starting to walk. It's starting to have legs, you know. It's growing up. And I need you guys' help. Spread the word. I want to do more shows. If you live on base, if you live on base housing or you live in the barracks and you want to do a show, go to Rapid Fire Comedy. That's confusing. I have the website, rapidfirecomedytour.org. You can go there for all the info. But if you just want to get on a fucking list, be like, yo, this is the base I live on. This is my name. This is my phone number. Text me when there's a show on this base. You can go to rapidfirecomedy.com or I think it's rapidfirecomedy.org. DM me, and I'll fucking send you all the info, okay? Find me. I hope you guys like this episode. That's it.